Good morning, Florida Southern, and welcome to the new news show. I'm your host, Tyler Hillier, and let's jump right in to the political happenings today. The New York primaries have wrapped up, and the surge that was Bernie Sanders has been halted. Hillary won by a commanding margin, putting her that much closer to the magic delegate count to win the Democratic nomination. Now, it's no surprise to many that she won her home state, but there's no doubt it was due to her robust and rigorous ground strategy that consisted of average New York activities like riding the subway, eating at local delis, and yelling at the schmuck who just cut you off on 3rd. Just typical New York things. Now, New York voters also chose, no surprise, Donald Trump. He almost took enough votes to walk away with all 95 delegates. Trump supporters came out in force in his own state, overlooking his rough campaign in recent weeks, along with his rough business, and his rough personal life, and his rough policies. You know, none of that matters, because what does matter is those New York values. Right, Ted? Right? Right. Now, as we move forward, New York seemed to be a big state on the map, as both Bernie Sanders and Ted Cruz now have the impossible tasks of making a comeback to beat the frontrunners. Cruz has hope with Trump's campaign falling apart from the inside, and the hope that Trump continues to use no script, and maybe he'll end up saying something like 7-Eleven instead of 9/11. Oh wait, he already did that. How is this man leading? Now let's go over to John for the Mock Minute.
Thanks, Tyler. Today's mock shoutout goes to this year's annual Brain Games winners, the Freudian Slips. The team was sponsored by the Psychology Department and won the Brain Games trophy rights for a whole year. Do you want to hold the magnificent trophy and claim the title Brain Games victor? Then next year, build a team of 5 and get ready to be quizzed on all topics. Another recent awards ceremony was the Commies, an award ceremony specific for communication majors. Wondering what award yours truly won? I didn't, but here's a recap of the event to make you feel better.
Hello everyone, welcome to another lovely evening with the Communication Department.
The dinner is a centerpiece more than anything else, and for the last couple of years, Dr. Lowe's been emceeing it, doing a great job.
Hanging out with George Clooney. Yeah, Ellen, I know what you're doing.
So it's kind of a lighthearted goodbye to our graduating seniors and to sort of the other students as well.
It's just a good feeling to feel like all the hard work that I put in this year has actually meant something for the major and for the department.
There's the class awards for outstanding senior, junior, sophomore, and freshman. Then there are the student organization awards, everything from FPRA to AdFed. There's the Interlochen Awards, for example. There's the Southern Journalist Award as well.
It's always a cliffhanger, isn't it?
Relay for Life wrapped up last week, and teams were able to raise a total of $29,000 for the American Cancer Society. The event was fun for everyone involved and was even bigger than last year's. Next year is expected to be even bigger, so if you are all about fun and raising money and hope for a good cause, then get ready for next year's relay and be sure to come out and show support. Not sure how to study for your exams? Well, here's our very own producer, Kyle Shadow, and how he aces his.
You two to studying.
Yeah, I check out books from the library all the time to help me study and prepare for my research papers and stuff like that. If I get nerves before a test, I usually try to break it up into smaller chunks, like chapter by chapter. Try not to think about it as like one big test, but as like little tiny tests about each chapter, and that can usually help me not get as nervous for it. So my new study trick is once I memorize something, I basically take a bite of a cookie, because I love cookies, and so that's my way of being able to get through studying a little bit easier, is when I finally get something memorized, I have a little chunk of cookie that I get from Tutu's and take a bite out of it. I think using the library, especially freshman year, is really helpful, kind of learning the parts of it and then being able to use that in the future, especially when you get into your harder level classes, when you actually need the resources that they offer. I think it's just something you get used to throughout your time in college, and it's really helpful once you just start getting into system of it.
That's all we have for you today. Back to you, Ty.
Thanks, John. And thanks for watching this week. But be sure to tune in next week as the new news show airs their final episode and we wrap up the political season so far. So thank you guys. And remember, the buck stops here.